a lot of excitement. I mean, I got to make my MLS debut. It means a lot, and we're going to keep on working.
He sets it up for Pereira, who sets it up for Matchdy. Matchdy looking for a second, and he has it.
Puts it into the middle. Velasquez there to get it away from Boateng, but a follow Fabio Alvarez.
It's Reina! Oh, what a goal!
Brian Fernandez, since joining the Timbers in May, this guy has been unbelievable. You said it, 5 goals in his first MLS games. They were waiting for that DP signing, and it looks like it was well worth the wait for this guy. But my question is, what makes him so good and so dangerous, Charlie?
He's a complete striker. He's got the tenacity, the bite. And he's hungry. He wants to score more. One, he's not satisfied. He wants to keep it going. And you see him, he's aggressive. He gets into good spots. He makes good decisions. And then he's lethal, both left foot, right foot, and he's good in the air. He's literally the ideal striker in this league. He's when he gets into a scoring chance, he's going to finish. You can bet on him for this team, and that's the dimension that they add when they get a guy like Brian.
Yeah, Charlie, you handled that question well, because it's almost an impossible question to answer, because with some players, you can pinpoint the specifics that they're good at, their movement, their finishing. Then with some players, you just say, yeah, that person's good at soccer. That person can do every part of the game well, and that's Brian Fernandez. What I think it's interesting about this is before he arrived, you could make the argument that they had Jeremy Ebobisse, they had made it to MLS Cup, they had a system that worked, a team that was cohesive. But this guy is just so talented, and you add a player like him, sometimes I forget how important talent is, and a guy like Brian Fernandez shows up and you see what he can do for a team.
He literally strikes fear into the opponents. So now you have to worry about him. You always have to look over your shoulder because he knows how to make these runs and behind the defender or run into the back shoulder. So if you're a team, you can't afford to press high. You have to always be conscious of where he is at all times. That's a different dimension, a dynamic to this Portland Timbers attack that makes them go. Now they can play free-flowing. Now they can get guys like Valeri on the ball, Blanco with more space.
Everybody was talking about, should you play the young Ebobisse instead? This guy's only 24 years old. It's not like they're that far away in age. I know it's more of trying to get young American strikers on the pitch, which it would be helpful for the U.S. men's national team. But Fernandez brings so much quality. The two things that stand out for me are his movement in the box and also being able to get him behind. He can stretch the field. And then it's just his technique. He's been able to show on the volley, left foot, right foot, with the head, anywhere around the box. This last one, you would think he would bend it, but he actually just strikes straight through it, picks out that back post. Super impressive. He's off to a hot start.
Hot start indeed. Well, he is in some good company because we're going to throw up a little board right now. Players who've scored 4 goals in their first 4 MLS games. And look who else is on that list. Charlie Davies.
Charlie, what's it feel like when you're going through this? Like, what is it going through your mind when you have this kind of run to start it?
You just want to keep going. You want to just, every chance you get, you want to finish, you want to shoot, you want to take all your opportunities. I remember this one, it was my first game back after a year and a half. A year and a half, I came on as a substitute and banged 2. That one felt good. And a couple penalty kicks. That'll always cheer you up. I tried to get in the car.
You tried to drive away.
They locked the car on me.
That was the goal bonus there. Yeah, you were trying to drive off in that thing.
I just wanted at least one honk. Just give me one honk.
That would have been an epic goal celebration.
We were going through in the pregame and saying, who are the other 3 to do this?
God, this
Charlie didn't even remember that it was him.
You did.
That's how many goals he scored.
Congratulations, though.
That is how humble Charlie is.
To be honest, when you're going through that, you just feel like anything you touch is going to hit the back. But you don't remember it because it is a long time ago.
They locked the car on you.
Oh, man.